All right, welcome to the month of June. What does that mean? That means that the month of May is over. Now we can recast all the votes that happened during the market of May. Got all the closing numbers in, got all the stats that we were looking at after the COVID, business opened back up, and now we can look at what the market did for the month of May. So I'm going to jump into InfoSparks and let's go through that and look at what happened in Oklahoma City and the surrounding cities in the month of May. Okay, so first I want to start off with those that may think that the sales price is dropping drastically because of the COVID. And as you can look here, we've got 4 different bars for each year. This is for the month of May, okay? So we've got 2018, purple being Yukon, average purchase price of $190, green being Edmond, the yellow being Oklahoma, or the orange being Oklahoma City, and then the blue being the city of Moore. We look at where we are in 2020, and we're going up in Yukon 2.3% on the purchase price, down 2.2% in Edmond on the median purchase price, and up 7.1% in Oklahoma City on the purchase price. Pretty incredible month there for Oklahoma City. And then down 0.9% for the city of Moore. That's on the average, or the median sales price. Okay, I want to go over to month's supply of inventory. This is where it gets interesting. May in 2019, that's last year, we were down 4.3% of inventory in Yukon. This is all price ranges. Now we're an aggregate down of 22.7% inventory down for the month of May in Yukon. Down 4% in Edmond in inventory, and down 11% in Oklahoma City, and down, look at this, 50% inventory, if I can get this thing out of the way, 50% inventory right here for Moore. Okay, pretty wild on the inventory, okay, which is important to bring that up. As the inventory has been going down, we think, oh man, no one's out there, but actually we've got more buyers out there because the interest rates are also going down. So we have inventory going down, but we have interest rates going down, which is attracting more buyers. Let's look at where that comes out to the per square foot price. So going over here to the per square foot price metrics, we're looking at in 2020 for Yukon, we're up 4.5% on the per square foot price. Okay, that's up to $116 on the median per square foot price. Oh, Edmond, look at this, 2.5% for 2020, 7.1% for Oklahoma City, and 3.7% for Moore. Folks, let me say that again, 7.1% for the month of May. That's higher than where we were last year at a 6.5% appreciation. Now we're up to that 7.1, which is pretty incredible for a linear market to experience those kind of gains. I want to look, though, at the total closed sales volume. This is the depressing part for realtors. Closed volume is the amount of transactions we're able to do in a month. And for Yukon, we're down 27%. Getting over to Edmond, down 22.4% in closed sales. And look at this, Oklahoma City, down 30.4% in total closed sales, with more coming in at the highest in 36.5% reduction in total sales volume. Check this out, though. Our days on market. Days on market for Yukon up 7.1% to 15 days on the market. I think this is largely due to the homes that are left on the market in Yukon are maybe not the best homes. Okay, Edmond, same thing, up 7.1% to 15 days on market. Oklahoma City, though, coming down to minus 15.4, so net down 15.4%. That's just 11 days on market for the entire price range of Oklahoma City. And now we get into Moore, which has had no change, still at 7 days on market, same as it was last year, which we saw a huge drop of that 63% drop last year this time. Okay, now I want to talk just a minute about price ranges, okay? If you are thinking of selling your home in the 250 to 150 price point, you're going to notice that that range is extremely competitive, okay? It is a seller's market is what I mean. You can put the home on the market, you can expect to get no closing costs and potentially offer above ask with no closing cost in the affordable index of 150 to 250, and really under 150. Same situation. We had a deal even this week that was a $105,000 home that sold for $121,000 with the buyer wanting to pay $7,000 out of their pocket above what it appraised for. So very interesting market going on there. But let's look at some of the numbers and the way they play out for the sales price figures or the month supply of inventory based on price ranges. So if I want to go to our custom category, let me look at this. I'm going to bring us into Oklahoma City in the price point of 150 to 250. Let's look at the 1 year line. See, 3 year. Our inventory in the price point of 150 to 250, we're looking at just 1.4 months supply of inventory for Yukon, 1 month supply of inventory for Edmond, really low. I'm going to go to this bar graph. It's easier to see. 150 to 250 price point on the month's supply of inventory. This is how much inventory total we have. Down 30% in Yukon, down 33% in Edmond, down 31% in Oklahoma City, and down 75% and more in the 150 to 250 price point. Jump up to the 250 to 350 price point. Look at that. 5.3% reduction in Yukon, not so bad. Down, now look at this. Edmond, down 13%. Oklahoma City, down 10% supply, and down just 4% in more. Let's get to that 350 to 450 price point. Yukon, going away. Where's my inventory 350 to 450? No one's really selling. Not a whole lot of inventory there. Down 75%. If you want to sell a home 350 to 450 in Yukon, give me a phone call. Edmond, up 17.6% of inventory in the 350 to 450 range. Up, again, 17% more homes on the market this year than there was last year this month in the price point of 350 to 450. Down 7.3% in Oklahoma City on supply of inventory. Down 79% and more in the 350 to 450. So if you're in more, if you are in more, or you are in, what is that, Yukon, more and Yukon, and you have a house priced 350 to 450, you need to be on the market now if you're thinking of selling. Oklahoma City, maybe. Edmond, not a good time. Not a good time. A lot of supply of inventory. Let's get to that 500 to 800 price point. Look at this. Yukon, up 178% of inventory in the 500 to 800 range. Folks, that is off the charts of amount of inventory shifting. 178% inventory. Getting over here to Edmond, we're looking at a 26.5% increase in inventory, priced 500 to 800. 30% increase in inventory in Oklahoma City, priced 500 to 800, and a 92% increase in inventory in the Moore market from the 500 to 800 price point. If you're in the 500 to 800 price point, and really anything above that, we need to have a talk about strategizing if you do need to sell to mitigate losses. When I see 178% increase of inventory, those mean that means we've got a huge trend towards more homes coming on the market. Now, before we get too far into the fear factor or even the hope factor, this is just one 30-day snapshot. Next month, we'll be able to tell us a lot more about the curve, so stay tuned for next month's market report. But I'm Landon Witt, realtor here at Hamilwood Realty in Oklahoma City, and that is your market snapshot for the month of May.